I heard this story 3 years ago from a man who really, it's his story that he's telling, and it's very short, very powerful story. Aboriginal elder who had an experience with nuclear technology in the 1950s. So I've been looking for 3 years for the right way to tell this work. And I thought I would do an immersive installation until I encountered VR, and then I thought this is really the perfect form.
It's actually mind-blowing. I mean, one of the things you think is in terms of storytelling, how it will work. You get this opportunity to go into the Outback 1,500 miles from Perth, Australia, that you would never get to otherwise, and you're actually there. You're actually there with him. He's talking to you.
Sound is so important in VR. It's important because it becomes a tool that guides and directs the viewer. You're calling attention continually, and because you have the capacity then to see 360, then you use sound to frame the viewer's experience.
She's been working on this for a while, so she was really helpful in directing us on what she wanted us to focus on and give a sound cue for something. For if there was a character over here that we didn't know was there, you had to have a sound cue to turn and see, oh, that character is over there, or that dog or kangaroo or whatever is where it was. So she was really sharp and had thought that out before, which we hadn't really done until she clued us in on it.
She did this in a way using cinematic virtual reality as a deeply immersive medium so that you feel empathy with the character, but also at the same time, you feel like you're there. You feel like you're in the Outback. It's not only the visual part of it, but it's also the sound, so that if there's a bird that is over on your right shoulder, you turn around and the bird is there. It completely transports you to the Outback.
There are trigger points or key moments that then make you look up if the action is above you, or if you need someone to look behind them, or there's a tiny thing happening over here that someone might miss because they can look anywhere in that space. So that sound is incredibly effective because you get that sense of where the sound was located.
The best storytellers in the world have embraced Dolby Atmos. What we've done is adapted that Dolby Atmos technology for use in virtual reality movies. We've built VR-specific content creation tools. We leverage the Dolby codec and compression technologies that are deployed in millions of devices. And we have a headphone rendering solution that, in real time, interprets the Dolby Atmos mix and adapts the rendition based on the direction the viewer is looking. The result is phenomenal, and it improves the sense of presence that viewers feel when watching a movie. A simple example of how Dolby Atmos can be played back over headphones is when rendering over headphones, we can use psychoacoustic techniques to interpret that blueprint and give the impression that those sounds are all around you. For example, when you have a pair of headphones that's strapped to your head, if we can delay the way a sound is played to one ear versus another by microseconds, that's the beginnings of how we can actually accurately represent a Dolby Atmos rendition over headphones.
We did 2 passes on the mix, basically. We did one in Atmos, and then we did another pass in headphones. And then you do almost a 3rd pass with the headset on, and you can't really mix that way, but that's how it's really going to be perceived.
It's completely delightful to watch people tracking sound and to have the joy of seeing what would previously be framing being directed via the Atmos. The sound is drawing my attention here, the sound is calling me over here. And whilst it's doing that, on the other hand, what it's doing is giving me this incredible sense of being there. And that's what's so awesome about it. You feel like you're there.